In previous videos, we have looked at the creation of simple slow fast slow tempo ramps and the peak increment setting. In this video, we will look at the ramp loop function. I have once again set up an expedited slow fast slow routine for demonstration purposes, as you can see here. With these settings, the tempo ramp will speed up from 100 beats per minute to 150 beats per minute, slow back down, and then stop. If you would like the ramp to move directly into the next ramp cycle without stopping, enable Loop. Scroll down to the Loop section of the ramp settings screen and tap the Ramp Loop switch. If you do nothing else, the ramp will simply loop indefinitely until we manually stop the Gnome. If you would rather specify the number of times the ramp will loop, set the loop reps value to a non-zero number. Note that setting the loop reps to a value of 0 or leaving it blank resets it to infinity. Let's set the loop reps to 3. Navigate to the home screen to see what this looks like. Notice that below the tempo indicator, we see the loop count. Tap play and you'll see that the current loop repetition is indicated here as well. When the first ramp cycle completes, the ramp moves directly into the next cycle, updating the loop count number along the way. After the final repetition, the Gnome stops, just as it did before. Let's navigate back to the tempo ramp settings and look at a few other loop options. Break time allows you to add a pause between ramp cycles. The break time is always measured in seconds. This allows you to give yourself a little time to relax between ramp repetitions without having to manually restart the ramp. Let's set this to 3 seconds as well. Navigate back to the home screen and tap play. When the ramp cycle completes, there will be a 3-second pause followed by the next ramp cycle. When the second ramp cycle completes, the Gnome will stop. Now I would like to show how the count-off function can work in conjunction with the loop function. I will quickly set up a count-off on channel 4. The count-off function is covered in more detail in another video, but I'll walk through the process here again. I'll first navigate to the mixer and scroll to the top and enable count-off. Then I'll tap the channel 4 pattern editor and select a count-off pattern from the pattern browser. I'll enable that pattern, exit the pattern editor, scroll back down, turn up the volume of channel 4, and we're good to go. With this combination of settings, the count-off will play at the beginning of each ramp cycle after each break. Let's see this in action. Now let's look at one more possibility. Navigate back to the ramp settings and set break time to 0. You may have already noticed the rep count-off switch, which is only visible when break time is set to 0. This gives you the option of specifying whether the count-off plays only when you first start the tempo ramp, or if it counts off immediately and in time between each ramp cycle. I'll give a quick demo of both possibilities. If rep count off is not enabled, the count off will only play when we first start the Gnome. With rep count off enabled, each loop repetition is counted off immediately. As you can see, the loop function provides a lot of flexibility for the user. When loop and peak increment are combined, the tempo ramp becomes even more powerful. This combination will be covered in another video.